Yeah, thank you much, Buddha, for setting it up. But yes, we are discussing that this morning, and you need to write this number down, 08391333728. If you want to join in this discussion, have a comment, or perhaps you have a question. But you know, if you are still in contact with an ex, perhaps your partner or his or her partner is still in a relationship with the ex, what to do and how to do this. Perhaps it's not just in your relationship, but also in your head. What to do? Well, this morning we're going to talk about it. Is it an unhealthy situation, or is it okay? 08391333728. But before we talk to our resident relationship expert, Dr. Marlene Wasserman, better known as Dr. Eve, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're going to hit the streets. We ask the question, is it okay to be friends with your ex?
Okay, I don't think it's okay for your partner to be friends with his ex, because the men are very jealous, so I'm sure he wouldn't like me to be friends with my ex, therefore the same should apply to him, full stop.
Absolutely not. Definitely it causes jealousy and mistrust, it's no ways.
Yes, depends on the relationship obviously, but if it gets too serious, no, definitely not.
Personally, I'm not okay with that idea. An ex is called an ex, it's the past stays in the past.
No, I wouldn't. It's what's done is done. I mean, they had what they had, and I'm not a jealous type, whatever. So if they had what they had in the past, it is what it is. And if my partner is with me, then he's with me. A basic trust, a bond that we have. So I'm not threatened by anybody.
I wouldn't really have a problem with it. That's the whole basis of a relationship. You got to trust the other person, haven't you?
It wouldn't be fine because I just feel like it would cause animosity or cause problems.
No, I don't, because it's an ex for a reason. I just feel it causes tension. That's unnecessary.
Well, Dr. Eve is having a giggle. I'm saying that some of the themes are coming up. Confusion, jealousy also.
Yes.
Firstly, Dr. Eve, is it okay to be friends with an ex? What would the criteria of this kind of friendship be?
First thing you would need to find out is, why are they an ex? You've got to deconstruct that relationship first. So if you're in a new relationship with somebody, or in a relationship and there's still a continued engagement or communication with an ex, you really need to spend time to find out, why are they an ex? Under what circumstances did they break up? What was that relationship about? Is there still resentment, anger, guilt, shame, or some form of attachment that still exists over there? That's your first point of entry. You have to find that out before you can make a decision around, I'm jealous, I don't want any contact. It's not that clean. So let's start out with, why is this person your ex? What really went down in that relationship? And you will get to hear, as the person talks, I'm still harboring some anger. I haven't processed. I haven't cleaned it up yet.
I haven't dealt with it. I'm not over you.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Exactly. Or else I'm projecting whatever happened there onto you, which means your relationship doesn't stand a good chance of working either.
Well, talking about working or not working, we want to hear from you this morning. 08391333728 if you want to give us a call. We are live in our studio, so keep that in mind when you put a call through. You're welcome to stay anonymous too. You want to stay friends with the ex. You now spoke from the person who is in the relationship, but now you have a partner who wants to stay friends with the ex. Immediately I'm saying, well, if it's purely platonic, why should you worry?
I'm always a little anxious and nervous around the purely platonic, and maybe because I'm cynical, but I find it really difficult, I don't mean myself, but professionally, to be able to shift from a sexual relationship into a purely platonic relationship. And people do that, of course. I think it requires a lot of time before that can really happen. But if you are the partner looking in, and you're not letting them know what's in your heart and what's in your head around this ex-person, it's going to be a big ask to say, I'm still going to be friends. And then the most important thing is, how am I conducting that so-called friendship or contact with the ex? And then we get into the topic, which of course you and I did research around, which was cyber infidelity. Are you going to be doing that on social media, not letting your partner know that actually I am still maintaining contact with this ex? And I'm not letting you know because I know that you're going to freak out, I know you're going to be jealous, I know you're going to be upset about it. Also because I just think I have a right to have this private relationship, which really doesn't impact on my relationship with you. Really?
But doctor, you're saying so many things that's so interesting. I mean, privacy is one thing that you can still have in a relationship. But you just mentioned secrets. And for me, secrets aren't good in a relationship. Immediately, I'm also thinking of my own situation where I think of people. I mean, I've heard of a family who has taken the ex on holiday. And the two families, yes.
That's very cool.
The two families go on
Yeah.
holiday together because
Yeah.
there's children involved, you
Oh,
know?
well, yes. When there's children, it's a very different scenario.
So there's another dynamic to this.
Very, very different.
Our
That's
question this
before
morning, if
children.
you've joined us just now, is it okay to be friends with your ex? Whether it's from your point of view or your partner's, we need to hear from you this morning. 083 913 3728. Is it crazy or is it done?
I think it's fantastic if it can be done when there are children that are involved. But there are still absolute, you called it earlier, lines in the sand. There has to be boundaries, which is my favorite word.
Well, Doctor, while we're talking about boundaries and lines in the sand, we're going to give you an opportunity to give us a call on this live breakfast show. Yes, this is Expresso. Time to find out what's coming up. Over to you, Leanne.